Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's time for another episode. This time I'm with a dynamic director, Mike Cope, with the fresh trim. It's going to be exciting. Don't worry, because we're going to find out all about what goes into making some of the coolest gaming merch, whether it's playing cards or the sports like jerseys. Lock in for a power hour, episode 144 of the
Streamcast.
Hello and welcome to the Streamcast, bringing people together through gaming since 2018. I am your boy Blackamora, aka Andy. I'm joined by Mike Cope, the director of Dyenamik. How are you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. Yeah, thanks a lot for having me. Can't believe you've got 144 episodes. That's nuts. That's a lot. But yeah, I'm good. I actually haven't got a fresh trim. I was a bit like disappointed about that coming off. Still got a fresh trim, so I'll roll with it. But yeah, man. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks for having me. Excited to talk today.
Yeah, no, thanks for coming on. I appreciate you for featuring. It just looked fresh from my point of view, so yeah, I guess there you go. It still looks fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just get straight into it. For anyone who doesn't know who you are, would you like to give them a little bit of an intro as to who you are and what you do for the games industry?
Yeah, so my name's Mike. I'm founder, director of Dyenamik. So we're a startup. We've been going for 4 years now, and we sell gaming collectibles and streetwear. So our two kind of main product categories are playing cards and jerseys. And then we also sell apparel as well. Work with some of the biggest gaming IP in the world. So PlayStation, Xbox, Capcom, CD Projekt Red. It's quite a big list of names. We've been like super lucky since starting the business. But yeah, obviously, yeah, we're kind of super passionate about gaming. That's kind of why we started the business. We wanted to kind of sell like premium products to gaming fans. I think something we thought was kind of missing from the kind of merch area was like that kind of like storytelling piece, where like the reason why we did playing cards is like there's so many cool characters that we all love from video games, but like they're never really featured on merch. Like you might find like a t-shirt or a hoodie with like, the main game art. But like someone like, Jackie Wells from Cyberpunk 2077, it's like you may not find that t-shirt out there for the character that you love. So we thought playing cards and then also like the jerseys and apparel would be a good way to do that.
Excellent. Yeah, I think you found such a fantastic way to put that love for gaming into physical products in a way that I guess you don't see everywhere. I mean, everyone's got a plain playing card deck. But to see specialized ones like based off, like you said, Cyberpunk or The Witcher, it just makes everything a bit more cool. Like being able to play those card games like Blackjack or 21 or anything like that with unique decks. Yeah, it goes a long way, and I think the stories you can tell through the cards and through the jerseys that you sell, very powerful stuff.
Yeah, I think like that community aspect as well, like bringing people together in like the physical world. I think as well, like families at Christmas, like I always like to say like, those God of War playing cards, you might want to get your gran or your family involved. And by the end of Christmas, your gran will know who Kratos is. So yeah, man, it's a good present at Christmas as well to kind of bring the family together and get everyone involved.
100%.
I think we were lucky because like when I was growing up, like football shirts, like you couldn't really wear them to like a cool event or like a festival or anything. It was kind of like deemed to be a bit uncool. Like wearing a football top with jeans was like traditionally that thing where it's like that's not a good fashion choice.
Heavy, yeah.
I'd say in the last 10 years, like jersey culture's just become massive. And I think like the format of video games is just like perfect for it. I think what we wanted to do was create a garment that, one, told a story, but also brought together communities and also just like brought all the different aspects of a video game into a top. So you've obviously got like the club badge, which, I've got our new Elden Ring one on, which hasn't released yet, but like the amount of cool like club badges you can make out of video games. You've got like the vinyl across the front, which is like obviously normally the video game name, and then pattern details and stuff like that. It just produces like a really cool garment, which like people can be super proud to wear.
Exactly. And it also, not mimics, but it also emulates the esports scene in a way, in how that sense of community, like you mentioned, can also stretch. If someone sees someone with, like you said, an Elden Ring jersey, like this new premium one that you've got on right now, um, there's just that instant sense of recognition and community and belonging. That, oh, that person likes that game that I like. Just like with sports, video games can also bring that real sense of community and strengthen bonds between people. So yeah, it's completely amazing what you've done with the jerseys. They all look cool. Um, yeah, I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I think like if you went into like somewhere like an event space where you didn't know anyone and you saw someone with a Man U top on, you'd be like, "Oh, that's my guy." Like we got things to
Yeah,
talk about. Like, and I think
smartest guy in the room.
that's the same thing with these jerseys, right? Like I think with our Helldivers jerseys, like that's such a big community. That's like one of our top selling jerseys, and people wouldn't even. I didn't actually play Helldivers before we started selling the products for it, and then I jumped in and I was like, yeah, this game is actually sick, and they've done an amazing job at building a like really passionate community of fans online and offline as well. I think that there's a lot of events where like people are dressed as Helldivers, and we work with a guy called Craig Lee Thomas, who's a voice actor for John Helldiver.
So cool.
And yeah, he's like iconic within like the gaming community for Helldivers fans as well. So yeah, super cool.
That is so dope. I like that the fact that you manufacture the product also led to you playing the game without you playing it prior. I feel that's added a new dimension to you as a gamer and you as a person. Because a lot of the IPs you have mentioned are like the big household names that you'd expect anyone who's really into gaming to have at least heard of or dabbled in a little bit. So that's really interesting. But
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. I always wanted to play Helldivers because it's like loosely based off of Starship Troopers, which is like a film I used to love from the 90s. It's like classic cheesy 90s sci-fi. So I was like, I always wanted to jump into it, but I try and stay away from like online video games now, just because like I get too addicted and it takes over my life. Yeah, running a business. Like I try to keep my video game into like 1 to 2 hours per day max, unless it's a weekend and like I've got a new game to session. But yeah, if I start playing online, it'll just be like I'll start playing at 8 and I'll finish at 2, and it'll just be the rest of the week's just written off, because they are just so much fun. Yeah, tend to stick to the RPGs and the more chilled out experiences nowadays.
That's cool. That's quite wise. Yeah. So with all those experiences, there's got to be a genesis. Every video gamer has an origin story. Do you remember your first ever video game and console?
Yeah, so it was PlayStation 1 and it was Tomb Raider. So that was like the first. Yeah, that was the first. It's a bit of a random one, but that was like the first game that I remember like properly loving as a kid. Got like unlimited pistol ammo, diving into water, killing like tigers and dinosaurs, like. And then the other one's probably Tekken 3 as well. Like I used to love that game growing up, like first fighting game. The characters were just, looking back now, like they got some interesting outfits and hairstyles. But as a kid, you were just like, these are the coolest people I've ever seen. I remember trying to like gel my hair like Hayachi and Jin and stuff like that. So, but yeah, obviously that special move for Paul is like something you just always just loved doing with your friends, just trying to hit them in one punch and take them out. But yeah, Tomb Raider. I remember we had like a competition with our neighbors, me and my dad. Like it was who could complete the game first. So there was like even though it was like not an RPG, like I guess it's like an action game, isn't it? Action kind of mystery game. But yeah, we kind of made a little bit of a competition out of it.
Oh, nice. Who ended up winning?
I think we did. Yeah, I think
Nice.
we did. We figured out early that something that I don't think they could figure out is you can like save the game. But like back in the day, you didn't have like YouTube tutorials you could watch.
Yeah.
So,
You just
like,
had to know. Or
yeah,
like
every time we died, we just used to go so far back, and we were like, "How do we stop this?" And we figured out you could just save anywhere.
Life really changed after the memory card came into existence, especially for the early PS1, PS2. So whew, I can empathize with that pain.
Yeah,
So we go from
something I think gamers will never experience now is like the anxiety of like not saving a game. Like that was always in the back of your mind, wasn't it? There was no auto saves. It was like if you don't save, like your game's gone. You're starting again. Like
legit happened to be last weekend because I was playing an old game on the PS2, and I completely forgot to save, but my game crashed. So all of my hours of work is just gone. So I probably will never play that game again. But yeah, it was a harsh reminder of this is the era before auto saves. So yeah, I think that's a lot of that's one thing that modern gamers don't truly appreciate until they go back and actually play on a PS1 or a PS2. Then you'll feel the pain. But yeah, that's something that's been alleviated. Auto saves everywhere. Too many saves for my liking. But we go from the likes of Tomb Raider and Tekken 3. What are your favorite games? What are Mike's top 5 video games of all time?
Yeah, this was actually really hard. Like I spent a long time doing this today, and I was like chopping and changing. So I've got like a top 5, and then I've got like a special mentions. So I went. Yeah, this is just top 5. It's not in any particular order. But yeah, I'd say Elden Ring is probably like my favorite game of all time. Like I was like late to the Soulsborne party, so it was actually the first Soulsborne that I played, which I think is yeah, I think that's a good way to do it because it's probably, it's like the pinnacle, isn't it? It's after they've tried and tested all these different techniques, and then this is what they've kind of come up with.
You came in at a really good point.
Yeah, so it was good, but to be honest, like even going back to like Dark Souls 3, like I still really loved that. I was like, I like the simplicity of it, where like I'm not worrying about where I should be going. I found like after Dark Souls 3, I went back to Elden Ring, and I was like, when I did Shadow of the Erdtree, I was like always panicking, like, oh, should I be going that way, or should I be going this way? Like I just wasn't as relaxing. Whereas like Dark Souls 3, it's like, okay, cool, no, I've only got to really go one or two ways, and that's your experience. So Elden Ring, I'd say Cyberpunk 2077 was like, it's probably the best narrative game I think I've ever played, and the characters in it, like Johnny Silverhand, Jackie, Adam Smasher, they're just like some of the best characters in any game I've ever played. So I think I played it when I think it was either in lockdown or coming out of lockdown, and it was when obviously it got taken down from like the PlayStation Store, didn't it? And they gave like a free demo, and I remember just like playing it with like zero expectation, just being like, this isn't even going to be good, and I was just like blown away by it. I was like, this is so good. So that's in there as one of my top ones. Resident Evil 4. My boy Leon. It's like, I love that game. It's yeah, I just like the laser on the gun growing up, the herbs. The characters in that game are really good as well, like the merchant in the original. And yeah, I just remember like really, really loving that game growing up. Prince of Persia: Warrior Within is another one. You got like cheesy rock music and parkour. Really love that game. And then the last one, I like denied about this for so long, but I was like, I don't think I can have a top 5 without GTA being in there. But then I was like, it is a little bit too mainstream. But I had to go for San Andreas, just for like, again, soundtrack, gameplay, story, characters. Like it's just got it all. Sorry, were you going to say something?
No. I thought you were going to continue. No, sorry. That's a very solid list.
Yeah, and then my special mentions are BioShock, love that game, Dynasty Warriors 4, Dark Souls 3, obviously, Tekken 3, God of War 3, Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I think that was like the first online game that I like probably put about 500 hours into. That was that's cheap. And then yeah, PES 6, Pro Evolution, like that. That was just like a nice kind of football game from back in the day where like if you know kind of thing.
Yeah.
Adriano 99 shot power, you could score from the halfway line. It was just like,
honestly, everyone still brings that up, and I love that. it's just ingrained in all of our memories back in the day.
Yeah, it was just so good. I don't know why that was such a fun game, and obviously, FIFA became the absolute monster that it is, and kind of just took everyone's market share. But yeah, that when it first kind of started, it all, PES 6 was just one of the best on the market. You could have banter with your friends because like they'd turn up to your house and they'd be even up like a couple years later when you're playing FIFA, and they'd be like, "Yeah, I'm alternate." So it'd be like square to shoot. You'd be like, "Oh, you're a PES boy." So you could bond over that, which was pretty fun. I've played FIFA, like I think that was probably one of the games I like truly like got really addicted to, especially at uni. Like FIFA Ultimate Team, put way too much money into that as well.
I can imagine.
Yeah, it was when they they brought out an app where like you could be at work. This is before work from home, so you'd just be in the office and like just doing squad building challenges on my phone, where it's like got like make the good chemistry for the teams. So got pretty addicted to that. But yeah, that's my top games.
That's a very strong list. Yeah, I think when back in the noughties, I think FIFA and PES did enjoy, a healthy rivalry, and I feel like a lot of people went to FIFA because it was flashy and it had all the rights and IPs. And PES, I felt like, was more of the thinking man's football game because there was a lot more tactical nous that you needed to play those games. PES 5 and 6, I remember quite well. Like everyone in the playground was saying how those games are better than FIFA, but everyone just had their their alignment, and eventually FIFA just took over because of the powerhouse it is. But that is, that's interesting that that's on your honorable mention list. You always got to have a GTA game. I think that's one of the strongest franchises of all time. I imagine you're looking forward to 6 in a few months.
Yeah, I am, but I'm a bit concerned about how much it is going to take over my life. I think back to all the other Grand Theft Auto games. It's just literally like you never get off of it. It's like you just play it until it's done.
I think it's done. Yeah. GTA 5 has been going on for 3 generations. That's what, 10, 15 years now? So
too long, yeah.
Yeah. If they're looking to replicate that with 6, buckle up.
Yeah, I remember like back in the day, I think it was GTA 3 where like you had all like the cheat codes and stuff like that.
Yes.
I remember just making cars black. I don't know why I don't know why that was a cheat code. And then I just stored them in my garage. And that was like the coolest thing ever as a kid, just having a black car garage.
But I remember my brother doing that. He had all the cheats written down, and then he would just like get all the best cars, park them, and then get some other cars, and then just do madness on them. Just get 5 stars, run back to the garage. Just
get back in the garage.
Yeah.
I remember my friend once. I moved like towns when I was younger, and I hadn't spoken to my friend for like a whole year. And one day my mum was like, "Oh, your friend's on the phone," and like I went to the phone. And I was like, "Oh, how's it going? Like, we haven't spoken so long." And he didn't even say hello. He just went, "Oh, what's the cheat code for blah, blah, blah for GTA?" I was just like, just told him. And I was like, "Thanks." And then like, that was it.
At least he said thanks.
I was like, so I remember being in school with all like the cheat codes written down. You'd take it into school, share it with your friends. It was like,
oh my gosh.
They would break the game as well. You were always scared about like, you always thought you were one cheat code away from breaking the game.
That's legit how gaming communities grew back in the day. It wasn't YouTube tutorials or playthroughs. It's literally one person knew, and they'll tell everyone in the playground, and that's how people knew how to beat that boss, or how to get that transformation, or how to get that cheat, or how to get that secret item. Yeah, that's just that old school community building feeling.
Yeah, definitely. I think like watching walkthroughs and stuff like that, I do really enjoy doing that, especially for like Soulsborne games. Like I watch a lot of like Fighting Cowboy.
All right, nice.
So I'll just I'll watch his 30-minute walkthrough and then just go and play the game.
Nice.
And it's kind of like you do an episode of his walkthrough, and then you'll play like an hour of the game, and then that's kind of your evening done. And then you can just rinse and repeat.
I like that.
It's not too stressful, because it's like, well, I know what I got to do.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
But yeah, what was your top 5 games? Just out of interest.
That's a great question.
Putting you on the spot.
Yeah, you have. I haven't thought this through. Okay, hold on. Okay, God of War is definitely number 1, the PS4 version. But we could get to my honorable mentions later. It's still my favorite game ever. It's the game that has best combined storytelling with the gameplay mechanics for me. So it's a real coming of age for Atreus, as well as Kratos, as he learns how to bond with his son. And at the beginning of the game, they're quite frosty. So it affected the combat. So you tell the kid to shoot and he'd be 2 or 3 seconds delayed. So it made fights a lot harder. But then as you go through the course of the game, you tend to learn a bit more about each other. And then there's a significant part that I won't spoil that happens in the middle of the game. And then after that, they get really towards the end of the game, they are teaming up. The kid's on point, firing as soon as you say it. And they're doing 1-2 combos on the big bad. It's just beautiful from beginning to end. So that's number 1 for me.
This is why we needed you at our event, because we did like it was a 2018 God of War Valkyrie boss battle, and it was the only boss battle where no one won. I think we got our new marketing guy Mark to set up that challenge, and he put it on the hardest difficulty, and I was like, even that for me, when I remember playing it when I was like proper into God of War, I was like, it was really difficult, super difficult.
Yeah.
Even when you're like, because if you've played a game for say 50 hours, your abilities are like peak. Like you know what you're doing. You can sit down and maybe spend 5 hours trying to beat a boss. But if you haven't played the game for a while, it's difficult for anyone to just go back and jump in.
Yeah.
So I think you went a little bit hard on the crowd.
That was tough. Yeah. As soon as you told me it was the hardest difficulty, I'm not surprised no one beat it.
I think someone come up to me at the end and was like, "Oh, I got to get my reward for the challenge," and I was like, "Oh, did you beat the Valkyrie?" And he was like, "No, I got to half health."
What? Get out!
No, we gave him a prize. I was like, "Well, it was on max difficulty." I was like, "I'll give you that." But
sorry, can I have my prize for almost winning?
But didn't realize it was on max difficulty. I think hard would have been better.
Yeah, the one just below hard is generally good enough for anyone to be challenged, but still to beat it in a respectable or normal amount of time. That's rough. I would have liked to have tested my metal though. Maybe the next one. Please, if you're doing this for the future, run that challenge back. I would like to.
Yeah, well, we got to run it back because no one beat her. So it'd be like part 2. Here we go.
Which one was it? Was it Sigrun?
Yeah, Sigrun. Yeah.
Oh my god! No wonder why no one beat her.
I was going to give it a go, and then when he said max difficulty, I was like,
"Yeah, you're like, you man got it."
Yeah, so
yeah, I think we've got some work over here on this table. Fair. I will say Pokemon Fire Red is up there, just because it's one of my earliest formative gaming memories. I had an original fat purple, not fat, but like wide Game Boy Advance, and then I got a golden SP. And Fire Red was one of the first games I ever had on it, and I still remember the red cartridge, and it's still such a fun game. They recently re-released it for the Switch, and I've got it, and it's still such a compelling game. I'm not the biggest fan of modern Pokemon, but I do think the old style games like Emerald, Ruby, Sapphire, even Diamond and Pearl, really strong. There's such a challenge when it comes to beating each gym leader. And of course, the Elite Four, or as the Japanese call it, the 4 Heavenly Kings, which is so cool, so much cooler, is something. It's a real coming of age because that is such a difficult slog, especially going back to back to back to back with those trainers. So I I would definitely put Fire Red in my top 5. It's one of those games that if I have it, it's my comfort game. I'm currently playing through it right now. I'm almost beating it. And yeah, it's still held up all of these years later. It's been what 20, 25 years. It's still held up pretty well. Um, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 is up there. My favorite Dragon Ball Z game. It's the game that feels the most like a Dragon Ball Z anime in a game. The story mode is fun. You get to fly around, and there's a lot of secrets that reference stuff in Dragon Ball, the movies, and Dragon Ball GT. So it was the first game that really introduced Goku's dad and the um, the movie villains like Broly and Cooler, which made such great movies. So um, Dragon Ball Z Budokai 3 is one that was the game I was talking about that I played last week and crashed on me. So I was gonna say I was gonna play it again, but I don't know now because. But that's still one of my favorite games. I think Dragon Ball Fighters is the only game that I'd put above it. But yeah, in terms of favorite games, it's definitely Budokai 3. Um, I'm gonna say Sekiro: Shadows Die Twice.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just started playing that yesterday.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because I was chatting to a few of the people at the event, and I was obviously saying I'm a big Soulsborne fan, and I was like, yeah, I've never played Sekiro, and they were like, you need to play Sekiro.
Let's fix that.
So yeah, I could just tell that like they were really disappointed in me when I said no. So I was like, right, I've got to download this and jump in. So yeah, I played like an hour of it last night, and I was like,
Nice.
yeah, this is actually so good.
It is, in my opinion, I think it's the best Souls-like game of all time. There is such an unforgiving difficulty in that game, especially because you can't call for help in any sort of way. It is all you, and I have a personal issue with a lot of the Souls games where I find them very slow. I feel like my character is always in quicksand or something. Rolling takes forever, blocking takes forever. Sekiro is such a fast game. Pinpoint precision, parry, 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 Makiri counter. That is how I like my games, fast, and it's just like reflexes. So beating Sekiro was a massive achievement for me, especially because before that I struggled on a game called Ghost of Tsushima, which is also up there. That's one of the best games I've ever played. But yeah, Sekiro was a real like coming of age moment as well. And I feel everyone who likes Souls-like games should play Sekiro. And just the way you have been convinced and opened and enlightened by Sekiro, anyone who has finished Elden Ring, I recommend and implore you to play Sekiro. Come back to me. You will not be disappointed. Trust me, it's such a good game. And lastly, I'll put Lies of P on there. That's another Souls-like game. Yeah. And I think you'd like that. If you like Sekiro, if you like Elden Ring, I think you'll like Lies of P.
Yeah, I did try jumping in, but it felt a bit like janky to me. It was like,
oh, okay,
maybe it was just the opening part. I think I just finished Elden Ring, and I was like, Elden Ring just feels so much like smoother.
Fair. But they are quite different. I guess Lies of P is more like a Bloodborne or a Sekiro.
Yeah,
so it might be better now once you play Sekiro. The rhythm of the game is a bit different, but essentially you're Pinocchio and you are living the darkest version of this fairy tale. It is very cool. It is like a combination of Sekiro and Bloodborne and Full Metal Alchemist, and there's all these tons of inspirations, and there's a deep learning curve to the game. And as you go through the game, there's a lot of mechanics that will really help you in your fight. There's a really tough boss, I think it's called King of the Flame, in the middle or the first third of the game. Really tough, but once you get towards the end of the game, there's a specific moment you're basically like the strongest guy and everything's easy. So it's a really good game, and I hope they make more fairy tale Souls like games. I hope they make like a Wizard of Oz game or something. I hear Lies of P2 is in production, so fingers crossed. You never know.
I think they got a bit of backlash, didn't they, for like employing an AI
Oh shit.
specialist.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be a good game. I think where it's utilized correctly, hopefully it's mainly for like cutting down time and data processing and stuff like that, rather than create us a boss.
Yeah, hopefully it's more of a getting rid of the mundane tasks as opposed to replacing a human being's livelihood.
Yeah, definitely. So did you put Lies of P above Bloodborne?
I would, yeah. I'm surprised you didn't put Bloodborne in your top 5.
I actually need to play Bloodborne again because I've
Okay,
only completed it once.
same.
So I feel like until you go through again, you can't like truly appreciate a game.
Oh wait, no,
have it in the top
twice.
5. I think you
Fair.
got to complete it twice, and I haven't actually done the DLC because I feel like the new game plus for Bloodborne. When I jumped into that, I found it solid. I was like, this is actually really difficult.
Yeah. It's so much harder than each time.
Yeah, I was like,
it's unreal.
I need to just go back, play the whole thing again, and then do the DLC like just on regular New Game Plus. So that's probably what I'll do when I have some time. But yeah, Sekiro is going to be locked in for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Sekiro is much better than Bloodborne in my opinion. I think that's the game. Like, enjoy that. That's such a fun experience. But I would put Lies of P over Bloodborne. But Bloodborne's still a really great game, and that would go in my honorable mentions. Bloodborne's definitely up there. I think that was the game that truly allowed the Souls like puzzle to click in my head, because I struggled with Dark Souls 1 and 2, and I got it. I got better at Dark Souls 3, but I don't think I fully appreciated it. And then Bloodborne came along, and I was like, okay, this is cool. And learning about the umbilical cords and all of that stuff, it was very freaky. I'm looking forward to the Dusk Bloods. Switch 2, I might need to procure one, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that game.
Yeah, I think I watched I can't remember who it was, but I watched a YouTube video where they were like, if you want to buy the Dusk Bloods and you don't have like a Nintendo Switch, it's literally like a £900 investment just to play that one game. And I was like, I probably will do that. But,
I respect it.
Yeah, I played Night Rain, Elden Ring Night Rain, and I really enjoyed it. I put like over 100 hours into that, and it was
sick.
Yeah, some of the best boss battles I've ever played. Soundtrack was pretty good as well for some of those.
Nice.
You've
got some great gaming experiences coming your way, man.
Yeah, I think GTA will only help the industry as well, because it'll bring so many people who don't game anymore, who used to game back in the day, like back into gaming, and then they'll be like, what have I missed? And it's like, you've missed a lot, guys.
Yeah. Are there more games like this? Yeah.
It's like you can't, sometimes when you do play a GTA, though, I do find sometimes you might, I know I said you play it solidly, but there are times where you feel like you might need a break and you need a different type of experience.
Yeah.
I feel like, some of these games might come in handy then.
Yeah, 100%. That's the beauty of games. There's such a great era right now. Going back to the previous generation, for me, sometimes I will get fatigue if I'm just fighting the boss over and over and over, and I haven't beat it in like 200 attempts. I'm just there. I will play another game just to like refresh the palette. So me being stuck at a boss in Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, for example, I'll go and play Coffee Talk, and then I'll go back to play Kenna after, I don't know, a couple of weeks and beat that boss. So I think that's a very relatable thing you brought up. I think people might get fatigue, and the current library is really strong. Even if we're talking just on the PlayStation, you've got Ragnarok, you've got Spider-Man 2, you've got Guardians of the Galaxy, which is an underappreciated game. It's so good. It's got to go for cheap now. But yeah, there's so many great titles out there. I could go on about my honorable mentions, but this is the Dyenamik episode. So, Mike, what was the light bulb moment? When was the exact moment that you went from playing the games that you enjoyed, your Prince of Persia's, and going, I would like to do something in the games industry. I don't know what just yet, but I want to be involved.
Yeah, so I was basically working for a tech startup doing like a sales role. and they basically did like print on demand merchandise, so it's a little bit kind of cheaper merch. Basically, when someone orders something, a printing factory will print it and then send it to the customer. So they do things like t-shirts and hoodies and lots of weird and wonderful things. The company I was working for, they did a lot of like cooler products as well. They did like skate decks and surfboards, and they also did like playing cards as well. But they weren't like super premium because they were just like printed on paper. There was no like foiling or embossing or anything like that we do. But yeah, one of the clients for the business was Xbox. So we did these like Halo playing cards that we set up. We didn't even really know how well they were going to do, and then come in from a weekend and there was like 2,000 sales just in one weekend, and I was like, oh wow, gamers love playing cards. I've always loved playing cards growing up. Like it was something we always played like in school, like on like break and with family members and stuff. I'd always be playing games, especially like Christmas and stuff. So I was like, checked out like the playing card industry, and there's like whole massive spread of like premium playing cards. There's a brand called Fear 11 that do like playing cards for like Marvel. But I was like, there's no one doing this for like video games. So yeah, basically decided that wanted to start a business doing video game playing cards. But we also like I said, the important thing was like if I was going to start a business, it would all be about like the culture of gaming, like creating a community among people. So we needed another product category. And like I said, like football shirt fandom was just crazy at the time. So we was like, right, we can do football shirts, playing cards, and then also apparel. And we also did skate decks to start with as well. But like logistically, they were just a nightmare. They're like so heavy. Our customers are just all over the world. So our biggest region's America, then Europe, then the UK. So yeah, had a lot of sleepless nights doing logistics with things like skateboards. But yeah, and then there's basically something called the Licensing Expo where you can go and meet all of the like major brands in the world and strike licensing deals with them. So you can pay them fees up front to be able to sell product that's branded as their IP. So yeah, I just started reaching out to gaming companies for all of my favorite games. So yeah, Capcom, CD Projekt Red, PlayStation, Xbox, Bethesda, all of the kind of major ones. We didn't even have a website at the time, so I can imagine most of them were just like, who's this guy? I didn't get much of a response from anyone, to be honest. But yeah, luckily, the head of licensing at CD Projekt Red responded, and they kind of gave us a chance to design a range of products for The Witcher and Cyberpunk. And that's kind of how we got started. So we did The Witcher playing cards, we did like an apparel collection, we did skate decks and jerseys. Then we did Cyberpunk, and then luckily after that, the contact at Capcom just really loved the football tops. He's like a massive Aston Villa fan, just kind of like really bought into the concept. He was like, "Oh, these are sick. Like it'd be really cool to do these for Street Fighter." And then we did like a Kickstarter for like our Street Fighter jersey collection, which did really well. It got like £60,000 in funding. I was still kind of working full time at this point in like a corporate job, just trying to like build up savings to kind of go full time. And then after that, just kind of went all in. I took like a small loan out of like £10,000 just to kind of support myself for a few months. And then luckily after that, things just kind of kept building. The Street Fighter jerseys kept selling well. I think we did Tekken after that as our next one. And then PlayStation came in a couple of months after that, and that was just like we got access to like God of War, Bloodborne, Ghost of Yotei, Ghost of Tsushima. We did have The Last of Us in our deal, which we're still trying to get that project off the ground, but they're very particular about like likeness and things like that. So everyone who's asking for The Last of Us stuff, we're trying to harness, but it's coming hopefully soon. But still working on that one. And then most recently we've signed deals with Xbox, so we've got an absolutely fire Xbox jersey collection coming out this year. We've got a Halo jersey collection. We've got an Assassin's Creed jersey collection. We've got Elden Ring jersey collection. Lots of jersey collections coming out. And then on the playing card side of things, we've kind of gone heavy on the IP that we already work with. So we've got like Bloodborne, Helldivers. We've got some Game of the Year edition gold playing cards coming out for Baldur's Gate 3 and The Witcher. So yeah, it's going to be jam packed for the next few months for launches and stuff. But yeah,
Nice. I mean, yeah, it sounds like it's been a real success story, and everyone has really taken to your work. It's quite amazing how all it takes sometimes is just one person to give you a chance, and you know yourself. You know you can, if given the opportunity, you can smash it. But yeah, everyone needs to be given a chance, especially when the proof of concept is very young, like, or it's not there. If you're starting out, then of course you obviously you don't have the resume or you don't have that prior work. But yeah, it's been really cool to see where you are now and imagining how things were at the start. That's been a real momentous growth for you. So yeah, congrats on all of that success.
yeah, I'd say it's like everyone needs like a lucky break. That's kind of what everyone needs in life, I think. But whatever you do, anyone says that like there's no luck involved, like that's definitely wrong. Like you can obviously like do things to make luck favor you, but you still just need that one person to give you a chance and get you off the ground. And then I think like just having passion in all the games that we work with just has made us help us made like really good products that like fans instantly look at it and think like, oh, this was made by a fan. Like there's details in all of our like playing cards. Like you look at like the Bloodborne playing cards, for example, like when you flip the cards, there'll be like a second phase boss on some of the cards.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's like, I remember playing through Bloodborne and I was like, oh, can't remember which boss, you know, the boss where like you've got like the music box that you can collect.
Oh, is that Gascoigne?
I think it's Gascoigne, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So like on one of the flip sides, we got like him like caressing the music box.
Oh, that's so cool.
But yeah, it's been a journey. There's obviously been some times where we've had to like take massive risk, like taking that loan out to help pay for like mortgage and bills and stuff like that. But yeah, luckily it came off.
Yeah.
I think when we did the Street Fighter Kickstarter as well, I had to like sell my car to pay for that. So that was another one where it was taking a bit of a risk, but yeah, kind of paid off.
I think that's really quite respectable. And I came across a quote the other day where if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. And I think that's a real sign of you following your heart and going with this goal, this dream, and yeah, doing what you had to do, like taking a big chance with selling your car or taking a loan. I think it's really respectable. I think this is now part of the new era where a lot of people are able to work for themselves as long as they have an idea, they have a passion for something, they've got enough smarts to either get the work done or work with the right people to get the work done. And yeah, speaking firsthand, yeah, I think your products are amazing. I've enjoyed the God of War deck a bit too much, but that's been yeah, I should actually shout you out because you've helped us. You sponsor one of our games nights that we do once a month. We showcase everyone how to play a game called Blackjack the Southeast London way, aka the correct way.
Southeast London way. Never heard of that.
Well, some people weren't happy with our rules, so yeah, I had to clarify these are just the correct way of playing. We confuse some Americans as well. But
so when you go to a casino in Vegas, you say like you're not playing the Southeast London way.
Well, if we say blackjack, they're gonna pay 21.
Yeah,
we call it 21, but they call it blackjack. So it's like, all right, cool, language barrier. But yeah, I don't know what Americans call our blackjack. Maybe not eights or spades or something. I don't know. But yeah, it was a really fun time playing with the God of War deck. We've got the Street Fighter deck as well. And there was the amazing Ghost of Yote jersey, I believe, that we gave away. that one of our luckiest attendees, who's just won prizes back to back, was able to go away with, and yeah, he was the envy of everyone who came. So yeah, the jerseys are really slick. They're really nice. They feel just like a sports jersey, and you can feel the quality in them, which is something that I can say isn't always a thing when it comes to gaming merch. So yeah,
I think that's a good thing about a jersey. Like we've like spent months and months like going through different materials and figuring out what the best one is. And I think because we're football fans as well, like I've probably owned like 50 jerseys in the past. Like you know good quality when you feel it. And I think I mean I'm so excited to see what the jerseys are like in 10 years, because I know they're probably going to get better with age. Like, you know what retro football shirts are like, and I think it'll be good to like look back and be like, oh, that game we did a jersey for that game, and then yeah, man, I think that'll be exciting. But yeah, it's great. It's great to see you using our products at like in-person events as well. It's a shame I don't live in London, so I could come. But yeah, I think that's an important part, isn't it? Like getting together, like chatting about gaming, because I think a lot of people view it as like something like, well, you might go into your bedroom. It's not very sociable, but it should be the main reason that everyone comes together, and you got a kind of shared hobby.
Absolutely. And yeah, like we said near the start of the episode, I think gaming can just garner such a strong community, because one thing that links you or can really forge a strong bond. And if it could be something as, oh, we like the same game, or that guy's wearing a really cool Elden Ring jersey, let me talk to him. And like the person I started Streamcast with, we bonded over God of War 3 back in 2010. So just little things like that, knowing, oh, you like that game too. What else do you like? What other things do we have in common? So, again, gaming can just yield such a strong community. And if the people are wholesome or positive, then gaming can be one of the strongest bonding forces out there. It could be one of the best pastimes.
Yeah, agreed. I'm like, when I speak to someone, I'm like, "Are you a gamer?" And when they say no, I'm like, I'm so disappointed.
I like to think of it like you have so much happiness ahead of you if you just change your mind. If you try the game, recommend. Oh,
yeah. So many people view gaming as just like maybe like unproductive or like a negative thing. It's like it's the same as watching a film. Like
that's it, 100%.
Because I went through like a weird stage before I started this business. I was like, nah, I can't play video games anymore. Like, I need to be successful. I need to like start a business. And then in reality, the thing that was going to get me there was gaming.
What's the games?
Like, calms my soul. Like
exactly.
I'm not gaming. I'm not happy. Like that's it.
I love that. I'm stealing that. If I'm not gaming, I'm not happy. Oh God, I had a point. I can't remember it now. Yes. That mentality really should die off with the last generation, because I think it's just a misunderstanding of video games. I think it's a misunderstanding of the pastime. Like you said, video games is just an activity, like watching a movie, like watching a TV show, like watching reality TV. Everyone has their thing, and just because it's video games doesn't mean we're going to be inherently violent, inherently rude, or dysfunctional. I had a really powerful guest on recently, Nigel, who runs his own manga company, Mayamada, and he was saying how he had a conversation with someone about video games, and instantly her response was, "Isn't that for bums?" And it's just like, no. that was a 10, 20, 30-year-old mindset, and honestly it's changed so much, where the second-hand market, I don't mean buying used games, I mean people who enjoy video games through watching playthroughs or watching live streams, because either they don't like the game, they don't want to take that risk themselves and buy that £70 game, or they can't afford the console or the game, are enjoying these through other people. Or if they're stuck and they're like, how do I get past this level, or how do I beat this boss, or I'm looking for this item to get the platinum trophy, they are enjoying video games through other people playing video games. So it's completely productive. It's making people money. It's made people millionaires. So yeah, I do think video games needs to be looked at in a more positive light, comparable to TV and film. I mean, the revenue that the industry has is comparable nowadays. So it really shouldn't be stigmatized anymore.
Yeah, I agree with that totally. I think like look at GTA, like it's the highest ever investment into like an entertainment IP, right? So yeah, totally agree with that. I don't even know where that kind of mindset has come from, to be honest. But yeah, we need
I
to.
think it's
That.
yeah. I think it's just villainizing things that people don't understand. So you could trace it back to like D&D back in the 80s, where people just assumed it was demonic because they didn't understand. But it's literally people using their imaginations to play games.
Yeah, what was that in? I watched that in a documentary about D&D.
Oh,
Was it just in Stranger Things? Was
it
that
is
like
in Stranger Things, but I'm pretty sure there is a documentary as well, because I might have seen that.
I remember that, and I was
Yeah,
like,
I'm not
that's
sure.
ridiculous.
But something like that. Like I remember growing up, stuff like Harry Potter was demonized because people heard witchcraft and wizards, and they were like, "Nope, you're not watching that." So again, it's just not understanding, and because you don't get it, it's just villainized. Nope, nope, no, you can't do it. I think that's where video games took a lot of flack from, especially because I think they tried to blame video games for a lot of, not a lot, but some crimes that happened back in the day. But that was a problem with the people playing the games, not games themselves.
Yeah, it is true actually. Just reminded me of like a comment my mum made the other day. She was like, "Oh, you don't still play that stupid PlayStation, do you?" And I was like, "Yes, I've got a business for video games. I still play my PlayStation." I was like, she knows I've got a business doing video games. It's like, it's literally my life. Like,
That is hilarious.
What I live and breathe. Yes, I still play it.
That is so funny.
That's a good soundbite to end the podcast.
Absolutely. I mean, I've loved having you on, Mike, and I could chat to you for hours more. But you're a very busy man running a business that is about video games, mum. All right, video games can be productive and can make people's lives. And on that note, Mike, please tell the people who I'm sure want to know more about Dyenamik and how they can support you, and when that Last of Us deck is coming out.
Yeah, I would just say, yeah, follow us on socials, Dyenamik Official on Instagram. We're also on X, Facebook, and TikTok as well. If you want to stay up to date with anything going on at Dyenamik, join our VIP mailing list. Dyenamik.com, bit of a weird spelling, Dyenamik. When you start a business, you get people trying to charge you like £5,000 just for like a website URL. So you got to get creative with the spelling. So yeah, but cool. Yeah, Andy, I've loved being on. It's been, am I allowed to call you Andy? I've got to call you Black and Roy.
Yeah, no, you can call me Andy. Legit, no one calls me Black and Roy. I don't know why.
Right. Cool, but yeah, I've loved it, man. It's been good chatting about video games. Like you said, we could probably do another hour. But I've got to go play Sekiro. All right,
You know what? Yeah, let me not hold you. All right. Cool. Thank you so much, Mike. Do you need to shoot now? I can just do the outro.
Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mike. Enjoy Sekiro. Let me know where you get to. Keep me updated. Actually, I'd love to just know about your journey in lifetime. But once you have finished supporting Dyenamik, Dyenamik, I think that's right.
Yeah.
Support the Streamcast. You can give us a thumbs up right now if you're watching this, or you can follow us wherever you get your podcast, because the episode will be going on Spotify, Apple, and other platforms in the next few days. Give us a thumbs up. Subscribe if you aren't already to this YouTube channel, because we've just passed 600 subs. So thank you everyone who's helped us get over the milestone. So we're obviously plowing for 1,000. So help us reach the 700. This week is going to be a busy week because I am taking summer holidays and going to Kanto as I begin my Pokemon Fire Red Nuzlocke series on the 31st of July from 9 p.m. Can I finally win a Nuzlocke. I failed twice before, but I feel like third time's the charm of my favorite ever Pokemon game. Join me on Friday. After that, on the 6th of August, we have our games night on Jamaican Independence Day. I'm still looking for a domino set because I don't know how to play the game. So if you know how to play dominoes, come through to Zombie Games Cafe in Northwest London and teach me. And finally, we're back, bub. The next Streamcast episode will be on the 17th of August from 8 p.m. 145, a review of season 2 of X-Men 97 and a preview of season 3. And oh my goodness, this week's episode that we've just seen has been the best one yet, in my opinion. So you don't want to miss this podcast episode. And of course, we're all over the socials. We're on TikTok, Instagram, and somewhere else. Streamcast _. But I'm gonna let Mike go and play some Sekiro now. Until next time, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Stay safe. We'll see you on the next Streamcast.